I'll wait a moment or two for people to get on. I don't have my TV on because I don't want
Yeah, I can read comments.
problems with my internet,
Yeah.
which I'm going to be. I've got how many people are on so far, Mom? How many people are on?
3. It was a last minute notice time. You didn't do
Oh,
time.
true. Yeah, I did say in 5, but
You want to do microphone?
I've got mine on. Do you want one?
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom.
There you go.
It's green to go.
Okay.
Trying to find you guys on my tablet so I can
Yeah, I've got
read.
16. No comments yet, but
Yeah. Here we go. Of course, I don't know if you guys can see the lump of black next to me. Oreo is sitting next to me very calmly.
hopefully she'll stay that way.
Yeah, hopefully she will. But I am doing this morning live. Jerry didn't feel like doing one this morning. She said she'll try it for this evening. I want to get mine done and out of the way because once it starts to get nice outside, right now it's in the low 70s,
Which is nice outside.
which is decent outside. It's not
Yeah.
too cold. But yesterday I did some work on my carport and my utility room where we have some stuff stored. So I'm trying to push myself to get things done because of our plans are what we're trying to do in hopes that we can stay in the same house together and be happy. But if things don't work out, we've got,
Jim, they're not working out. Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing a live chat.
Yes, we are.
But anyhow, we have our doubts and our druthers of if it's going to work or not. So Jay and I were looking on Trulia for possible homes for ourselves if Mom can get herself into a senior community. The only thing I'm worried about is they're allowing her to smoke or not, or if she's going to have to step outside when she wants a cigarette.
I'm hoping that I'll get a patio or a balcony or,
Yeah.
Even a little cottage would be nice. I understand there are some of those. But I've got a list of ones that I'm going to be looking at next week after I get my car done, fixed tomorrow, I hope. And that it's basically roadworthy and I can get my tags. So
My biggest concern for you is your eyes.
that's what I'm going to see about. That's one of the reasons I had and it actually, I think it's a good bit. I mean, yes, I have cataracts, but I think the glasses I have now were the wrong ones. The line of progression just seemed to go right through the middle of my vision,
Yeah.
and I don't know if there's a difference between progressive lenses and no line bifocals. What I need, I think, are the no line bifocals.
Well, that's what I wear.
You don't see a line of.
Nope.
See, yeah, I got the wrong kind last time.
Right.
So if I just feel that I cannot do the cataract surgery, then I will go for new glasses.
Right. Okay. Hello, Sheila Maiden. But yeah, right now, what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to make the house. I don't even know how to put it.
Well, it needs a lot needs to be purged. That's for darn sure.
Well, I know there's going to have to be a big purge if Jay and I are moving into a smaller place for ourselves.
Yes.
I know that's going to there's going to be a lot of hemming and hawing about that.
Yes.
But I think I think it would be the best thing to do for moving into a smaller place.
Yes. And
Jerry
this.
actually sent me a through Trulia a house in Salem that I think is a 4 bedroom, 2 bath,
That's,
unfinished basement, but it has enough space for the two of us, and just have to
um. I'm
get a
sorry.
fenced in yard for the mutt.
Yeah.
I call her Mutt, but she's a good dog. She
Chill.
can be.
Chill Maiden is here.
Mm-hmm.
Said that sounds amazing. Sierra Rios is here.
And Nelly just arrived.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
and Fiona's mom is here.
Mm-hmm.
I Jerry is basically, she's not feeling up to doing a live right now, but she said she'll try to do one later this evening. Otherwise, she's just. I think lately, for all of us, we've been kind of in our ups and down feels. One moment I'll feel good and I'm taking on every challenge I can. Next moment I just feel like, no, I'm done. And I think that's the same thing with all of us here. We get to our points where it's like one moment we can do a whole lot of stuff, and the next moment, no. Or you'll settle down, girl. But yeah, I'm still working on just getting the house straightened up and whatnot. The thing is I sat down with Jerry last night, and she said we're already 3 months into the 6 month
Uh-huh.
agreement, and I know part of it is me, a combination of aches and pains and just dragging my feet, because I'm kind of like mom. Don't know if it's going to work, because of sound barriers and things like that. I mean, this morning, for instance, something was out of place that Oreo was not used to, and she started growling and barking and carrying on about it, and it was just a blanket on the couch from yesterday, and she just she gets that way. I mean, something new, something that changed, and she's not, no, no, not in my face, not in my face. I've got my boundaries. Oreo, come on, sit down, girl. Just lay down. There we go. It's it's one of those like, okay, yeah, it's time that we make an agreement to what we're actually doing, and because you're gonna fall off that way. Mom is not happy with our current situation because of noise and other things that are just annoying to her, which I understand. There are certain things that I have to consider for myself, which is, mom smokes, and I'm having difficulty with breathing, so I do a lot of coughing, and I don't want to be like some kind of ruthless dictator telling her she can't smoke in the house anymore. That's no,
Well,
that's not my place nor my forte.
it wouldn't work anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know
but
it wouldn't work.
you know,
And I can be somewhat of a doormat when it comes to certain things, and I'm just like, I'm trying to keep the peace. And yeah, I know Billy Boy. It is her house, and that's why I don't argue with mom about it. We are trying to find alternatives to not to for her to like nicotine patch or anything like that. Mom, we found the fragrance that mom likes,
yeah,
so we use that in our diffuser.
yeah. And I can't open the Arcadia door
Yeah,
because the dog jumps on the screen.
right,
So that's out.
right.
And I have two windows in my room, and they are both almost impossible to open because they stick. They
Yeah.
go sideways. You have to have good leverage to. No, I can't do that. So the only ones I can open are my bathroom and the office, which I do.
So it's right now it's a nice comfortable temperature in low 70s. I'm about ready to go. After this, I'm gonna go open up a bunch of windows. I already have the air conditioner thingy off because I don't think we need that on right now. We just need to open up windows.
Yeah. Nellie asked how I was going to smoke in senior housing. Like I said, I'm hoping, possibly before you came in, I'm hoping to find a place with a balcony or a patio that I can go out and smoke. Wintertime and bad weather, well, I'll just have to fake it. I mean, I'll run
Bundle
out,
up,
have a cigarette, come back in real quick.
bundle
But
up.
and bundle up. I have some good heavy clothing, so I'm not too worried about that until it gets really cold.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I just noted a whole bunch of comments.
One of them was Billy Boy was asking again if you could move the hummingbird feeder to where I can reach it. I don't know how. I wish I could reach all of those feeders because they
I
would be
have a.
filled. You'll have to
Sorry.
show me.
Go ahead, mom.
No, I just was saying. You have to show me how you do it.
I have a stick with like a hook on the end. It probably fell behind the TV, but that's what I use to reach up there, and I hook it just right and lift it over the
Okay. Okay.
hanging hook.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do that. The other thing is see if I'm not too spastic to hang it back up when I'm done.
Right. Let's see here. I actually went up. Hey Sheila, I didn't see you come in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do believe that me and Jerry moving into a place of our own and mom moving into a senior community will be a very good redo or restart, however you
Yeah.
want to put it.
Yeah. And then on one of the things Jim had mentioned was my cooking, which is not the best, but most places have nutrition, if you can call them nutrition sites or whatever, where they serve meals. So I'm a picky eater. I figured if they put out a menu, I would say, oh, I try the roast beef. Oh, I like the roast beef. So when they're having roast beef, I'll go eat down there. Otherwise, I was cooking for myself, while they were in New York. Maybe not the most nutritious meals, but I was eating foods that I enjoy. And I made out a menu plan week by week. So I go back to this old system I was using when I was living on my own.
I try to use that system. Basically, mom had menu sheet
Yeah,
that basically had all 7 days and it had three lines for like what was for
yeah,
breakfast, what was for lunch, what was for dinner.
yeah.
I know mom doesn't eat three square meals a day. At least I don't think you did.
I usually eat two.
Okay.
A light breakfast, like a cereal or something, and then about
Well,
5 o'clock I would eat dinner, and we don't eat until about 7 or so.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry, what
a
were you going to say?
combination of my fault and just I have, excuse the words, piss poor timing. I get what Jerry, well, not just Jerry, but a lot of different other doctors, and I'm not saying Jerry's a doctor, but a lot of doctors that I've dealt with have talked about time blindness. My therapist was one of my last therapists, which there's been times about I thought about going back to deal, yeah, working with him.
Maybe you should now. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, with all the things going on. Um, but yeah, Sheila, I agree. It could be a fresh start for me and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because you wouldn't have two people, one in each ear, saying
yeah, yeah.
what they thought about something. You know.
Let's see here. Do, 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 do. Um, Nellie said something to you.
Nellie.
Yeah, she said, Sally, are you going to be smoke? Okay, we already
Yeah,
touched
we
on
did.
that. I'm
We
sorry.
did. Um, I
I've tried moving the hummingbird feeder. We had a big
shepherd's hook.
shepherd's hook,
Mm-hmm.
and we had the hummingbird feeder on there, but I moved it because the deer were trampling on the shepherd's hook to get to the hummingbird feeder, which I thought was weird.
Oh, yeah, it was
Then
too.
shortly before we got Oreo, I had one day heard noise outside, and I turned my porch light on, and there was like three raccoons trying to
Yeah, they're a
get to it,
pest.
and I know if the raccoons got to it, they would have tore it to pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why it's
Yeah,
up
that's why I'm
higher.
hoping I have some place to hang at least the hummingbird feeder because that's all I had before we moved in, not the bird feeders, you know, so I can watch the hummingbirds.
Yeah, yeah. Shield Maiden, I'm not really sad. I'm just kind of like, I'm here but not here. I guess the only way to put it. Um, let's see here. Sheila Hall says, I think Jerry will be excited to have a place she can decorate any way she wants. Yeah, um, we had been talking about decorating. We were actually talking about the decorating of this house, the front areas that we'll be using in for us. And we had talked about, and I saw a couple DIYs on,
Sorry. Hold on.
I can't remember where it was. I think it was Pinterest, but I'm not sure. Where they were doing DIY clouds, and what they were doing is they were turning their ceiling into like a cloud bank with those
Over here.
color changing lights underneath there, and they made it look like a dark thunderstorm with lightning and whatnot. And I thought that was cool.
Oh.
But that's just me because I'm
Sorry
not
for
that
the
I
noise, everybody. I'm letting
it's
Oreo out again.
it's not that I wanted like some kind of dark room. I just wanted the cool like at
You could
nighttime.
possibly put sunlight in there too
Yeah. Well, yeah.
during the day.
Well, during the day we'd have the curtains open.
Well, that's true.
You know, we turn off the lights and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I understand that, Nelly. It is sometimes hard to live peacefully with friends or family.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why I'm not trying to beg mom to stay. Because if Jane and I can get into a house that we can afford, and we've already seen two, you know, that'd be great. And I'm not like halfway across the country living in Colorado while mom's out here at an old folks home. That sounded wrong. Sorry.
I was going to say, please.
But, you know, even if we were living in Salem, that's like
Half an hour?
20 minutes to 30
Yeah.
minutes drive. And if it was an emergency, I wouldn't care if the cops tried to pull me over. I've already done it with one van. I can do it again. I
Turn
mean,
your hazards in.
I'd hit 80 plus with a minivan trying to get from where I work to where my father-in-law was in the hospital, basically passed away. And there was lights, and I didn't care,
Yeah.
but I made it there safely, thankfully.
I'm kind of
So
ahead of you, but I don't want to read them all. Billy Boy, I don't think there's a cordless screwdriver. I just let the dog out.
a what?
Cordless screwdriver. He said, "Do I hear a cordless
Oh
screw?"
no, no,
Oh,
that
that
was
was Nellie and Billy Boy's ass. Of course.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was the dog getting put outside.
As far as I know.
Yeah,
Nellie, I'm not too sure where you live. You've got to have humming.
she
Oh, we
lives
still have hummingbirds here too.
she
But
lives in upstate New York, if I
wow.
remembered
Okay.
correctly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. This is about the time they start going south.
yeah, and that's why I got to get my my hummingbird feeder.
Really.
They keep on coming to my bird feeder, and I'm like, oh man, I'm
Yeah.
sorry guys. I keep on,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
So that's something I need to do. Try to do today is feed those, fill those,
yeah.
and then pack.
Well, that's the thing, Joni. We were talking, Jay and I were talking about either trying to get into one of the inexpensive try to buy one of the expensive homes. The one we looked at, the monthly payment was under $500, which we could handle easily. But yeah, we've talked about the possibility of HUD homes.
And they, from what I've seen, they have some nice ones here.
Yeah, and possibly and or possibly renting, even though Jerry
Yeah.
is not big into the idea of renting.
Yeah. But a lot of things can't you put on walls with like the command strips or?
Some of the lightweight stuff the command strips will handle.
Uh huh.
Some of the heavier stuff, no.
Okay.
You know. So we would have to look like, let's say we got into those
The
apartments,
towers?
not the towers, the
No.
apartments that we were in over not Kerry Lane.
Oh no. You mean Magi Place?
Yeah.
Those are expensive, or were, and now they're run by the realty company that we both love so much.
Well, then
That
hell
we've
with
read.
that. That's the only problem is here in Rolla. That's the only realty company, and they
Oh no,
suck.
it's not. Um, Actually, the place over the Century 21
Yeah.
rental, they do houses.
Oh, okay. Might have to go in there and talk to
That's what
them.
I was told.
Oh, so there are command strips out there that hold up to 50 pounds. Because I think I've got at least two pictures that are at least 50 pounds.
You think? Which
Yeah.
ones? I'm sorry.
They're two of Jerry's.
Okay. Well, yeah, the command
Marguerite.
has a whole lot of.
Yeah. Well, there was one that I was using, but the problem is because of their curvature, they started coming out the wall, and it was those little gorilla hooks. They're like really, really fine
Okay.
metal, and you push it into the wall, and then it curves up.
Yeah.
But there was one place that the wall was so thin that I was curving it up, and it started coming out the top, and I'm like,
Yeah. That's what I was concerned about this wall when you were hanging my pictures,
yeah.
but they didn't come through. Yay.
But
In fact, that's a thought for me. Like,
yeah,
it's I, you never know when you move in someplace. You have to check and see what you can do. I know that Carla is in HUD housing, and I'm almost positive she's got her walls decorated.
well, I
Somewhere.
think some places will be like, you can
So much. You can have so
you
much.
can do so much, Excuse me, I got a hair or something in my mouth. But that will be one of the things is like, if we get a rental, it will be like, if we do this, this, and this, and then when we go to leave or whatever,
What do you have? Well,
we'll put it back to the way
here,
it was.
yeah.
Fill the nail holes, the repaint.
So this wall is going to be a. I don't
Yeah.
know how we're going to fix that wall. The wall
Well,
behind me that I had all the pictures on it.
yeah. Well, there's multiple ways
Hi,
of
Mona.
fixing that.
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing I was thinking about, Sheila, is a rent to buy. I don't know if
Yeah.
they have anything like that here, but like I said,
Rent to
there's
own.
there's a lot of things that I have to look into, or Jerry has to look into. Tomorrow, which is Monday, is going to be a very busy day for, call this group, call that group,
Yeah.
check on this, check on that.
Yeah.
What was that real estate? Friendly realty?
Friend. Friend. Friend.
Real,
Yeah.
Friend Realty was the people we were dealing with when we were looking at houses
Yeah, and I need to call her too.
and whatnot. And I think I want to get a hold of her and see if she can help with finding either rent to own or, sit down with Jerry and seriously between me, Jerry, and the realty agent, talk about, we're looking for this within this kind of price range,
Yeah.
and see if they can help us out,
Right.
and even help mom with finding a
Well,
senior community.
I don't know whether they would do that, but I have a number of telephone numbers that I want to call. I got one call, did put something online and got one call back, and I need to call her first off. Call her tomorrow and say, well, my car's in the shop right now, but can we make an appointment for Tuesday? Something like that. Sorry.
Hello, Mona. Sorry I didn't say anything earlier. Jerry did not make it to the appointment. Well, it's a combination of Carl was starting to act a little weird, and she was feeling nauseous. So yeah, we made it to just outside of St. James, which is probably about a
Maybe about 8 miles or so.
no, more than that to get from here to Love's.
Well, St. James is only 10,
Okay, maybe yeah, 8. I don't know.
unless they moved it.
I
Yeah, I know.
All I know is give me if I have to drive it, give me an address, punch it into GPS, and
Yeah, yeah.
but no, Jerry was not feeling all that good that day. I wasn't feeling that good that day either. I was a little
Not in the best mood. From what I
yeah,
understand.
not in the best mood. Of course, I'm not a morning person, so getting me up before a certain time is just like, how early? Yeah, you have a better chance of surviving hell as a snowball. But no, she's got rescheduled. Actually, I got to sit down and talk to her about rescheduling an appointment. Somehow it happened again, and I'm not letting this change what's already set. But she has an appointment in St. Louis the same day that we're supposed to see our new meet our new doctor and start all that fun stuff. Our new primary, I should say. So it's like, can you get that changed? Because I
Well, she
really,
needs to work on getting it right. ASAP.
yeah, yeah, that would be the
That would be
better
the
thing.
best thing. Um,
So there's a lot of stuff that's just going on that I'm like,
yeah, Margarita, it is great news.
yeah,
I think the next couple months are going to be a little hectic, find any places to live. But
Yeah.
once we get there in our own places, I think we'll all be a lot happier. I really think so.
Yep.
And
Go ahead. I'm
um,
sorry.
I'm sorry. As far as selling the house, yes, as soon as possible. I I really I want to talk to the realty agent about when is the good time to put it up for
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah, because the market around here has been so crazy fluctuations and whatnot. It's like, it's crazy. Um, Shieldman said you sound happy.
Yes, yes, I am excited.
Yeah. Um, see, Nellie is saying, oh, Mona.
Yes, Nellie was
Okay.
asking Mona if she could see her
Yeah.
comments because she said hello to her a couple times and had gotten a response.
Oh, okay.
So, um,
Well, that's the thing, Billy Boy. Yes, she could call the Cancer Society to get a ride. It's just, I don't know if she's putting it off because she keeps forgetting about it, or if she'd rather, when it comes to certain things, Jerry would rather do it herself, which I can understand because I'm kind of the same way. I'm like, unless I ask for help, I'm going to do it myself. And if I find that I can't do it myself or I need a little bit of help, I will ask for it. But it's crazy stuff around here lately. So it's like one moment we know what we're doing, the next moment we're scratching our heads going, well, what were we doing? And my thing is I'll have the thoughts in my head of what I'm going to be doing,
yeah.
and when I grab a pen and paper or something like that to write it down, it's like, what was that?
Well,
What?
I've learned to keep a pad of paper and a pen.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm so like all over the place. I can't
Well,
carry
okay,
it with me.
you can't carry it with you.
Yeah,
Oh, I
pad and
understand
paper.
what you mean if you're out doing something and you think of something. Well,
Yeah, and actually, Jerry,
if you have your phone, do the recording thing. Note to self.
yeah, well, that's what Jerry said was,
Yeah, yeah.
you always got your phone. You can always put a note on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
It's probably the best thing to do because I was doing that for a while and I went, duh, and now I'm keeping a notepad, which I could probably put things on my phone, but
yeah, yeah,
it's easier for me to write them down.
right,
Not that I can read them afterwards, but
yeah. No, our new primary doctor is right here in Rollo with Mercy. Jerry has a doctor's appointment with her spinal surgeon. I think it was his. I can't remember if it's the spinal surgeon or the
I just know it's orthopedics.
yeah.
Oh, I mean,
She's got at least two different doctors in St. Louis that she has to go see every so often for her, either for the bone, for the cancer, or the just checking up on her and her, medical, some of her medical issues due to the cancer. But no, our primary is right here in town.
I
Yeah,
know when I,
I cannot have a primary in St. Louis without living close to St. Louis because it's like
yeah,
that's
it's
a two
always
and a
better
half
when,
hour. That's a
yeah,
two
it's
to
always better when it's 10 minutes away.
yeah. But yeah, Jane and I have been talking about a lot of different things. Um, I lost my place. I'm sorry, folks.
I'm not too sure where you were. Somebody, let's see. Nellie asked if you and Jerry have been looking at apartments yet.
Not really apartments. We've been looking at houses. One, because if we can own a house, Jerry can do whatever she wants with it. If we are in a rental or an apartment, it might be a different story. That, and I feel that if we, even if it was just me and Jerry and we had to downgrade or purge some more stuff, um, it might be a little bit more difficult for Jerry than me because I'm used to downsizing every so many years because of growing up in the military. Guess what? Your 3 year hitch in this location is done. We're gonna
3
send.
years. A lot of times it was 1 year. It was 3.5 years in Arkansas, 3 years in Germany.
Yeah,
But before that, it had been like 1 year here, 1 year there.
yeah,
You just really get settled and know where things are, and it's time to leave.
yep, pretty much. And it's one of those like I'm used to having only a certain amount of stuff. I know I have a lot more stuff now than I did when I was a kid. So it's kind of like, okay, if we have to downsize, what are we, what exactly are we downsizing? You know,
Well, you can get rid of about 150 mugs.
well, yeah,
Just saying.
yeah, and there's a lot of,
Here comes the noise again because I'm going to let the dog back in.
there's a lot of mugs and things like that I'm like, how many mugs do we really need? And the thing is, like I said before to Jerry, if we end up living what Jerry once called a nomad life, living in an RV, 365, you only have X amount of room for what you can
Oh, yeah.
carry.
Yeah. But most people who have RVs have homes elsewhere, and you just take along what they need for their vacation.
Yeah. Well, that's what Jerry was talking about once, is having a home base.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, unless we get lucky and win Mega Millions or something like that, I don't see having 2 mortgages and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
and I wouldn't have room to store any of your things because I'm going
No,
to be
I
looking
wouldn't
for a
ask you
room
to
to store
store
my
anything.
things. But I
But
don't have that much to be stored.
I am, the thing is, even if we were to move into a smaller place, even if it's a 3 bedroom apartment or 2 bedroom apartment or whatever, it's making decisions on how much are we going to move into the smaller place, and then where's the rest of it going? Are we going to try to sell it? Are we going to store it someplace? I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I get you there. Shield Maiden stuff is just stuff.
Yeah.
There's only a few things that I've had that I've kept with me since Germany, and that was like some of the
The wine
collector's wine
glasses.
glasses and
Yeah.
whatnot from the different castles and whatnot. But
Um, oh,
I don't have much stuff from my childhood other than just pictures and memories from the looking at the wine glasses and whatnot, and
Yeah.
my own memory of Germany.
and we originally, I had bought 2 of every wine glass to make up sets of 8 of the different sizes and that and that.
Right.
And I've got rid of the
Right.
extra one.
Right.
We just have the one for memory.
Right. And see, when I was growing up, because we moved around so much, I lost a whole one of those popcorn buckets from the '80s worth of Legos, or it disappeared somehow.
I You lost a lot of them in Mesa
Yeah.
when you wouldn't clean up your room.
Well, that's true too.
I want to say something, Nellie. It is not a cordless screwdriver. I realize what it is. It's my recliner going
Oh,
up and
yeah.
down when I let the dog. In fact, I'm going to be doing it here again in a minute to go refuel.
She needs another Coke,
I mean, another Coke.
another sody. But I okay, hold on a second.
Somebody up there, and I think it was Pickleball, asked if I was going to get another cat. You bet. Definitely
Well,
will.
pickleball, we have been talking about getting a cat from mom. I want a cat. I actually already know what kind of cat I want. It's just finding. There's a place in St. James, which is the next town over,
Yeah.
that has
If it's still there.
yeah.
I hope it is, because we haven't been there for a couple of years.
Right. That there's somebody who has basically a no-kill shelter, and she takes in strays and unwanted animals, dogs and
It's
cats.
just all, no, it's all cats.
Oh, it's all cats. This
It's all
one.
cats.
Okay. We were talking about going there and looking. Jerry wants to take the dog, so the dog will approve the cat that me and Jerry get. Okay, it seems that I have two new people in here that are. I have no idea what exactly their purpose
Maybe they
is.
need to go bye-byes. Here comes that noise again.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read some of these.
Ted, I don't know if it's any, really, oops. I'm not too sure if it's any of your business, really, but I don't know if I could finance a home for them. They really need to do it, well, pretty much on their own.
Yes,
But that's,
that's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
What we're looking at is the one house that Jerry showed me, and I looked at it and said, I have to see this in person because the pictures made the rooms and everything look small.
oh, yeah.
And and this is a big if we are able to basically get through the hoops and whatnot to get into to get into this place, the only thing we might need from mom is to be a co-signer. That's it. Because I told Jerry if we move into a place, we have to be able to pay for everything. Now, if we need a co-signer for one reason or another, I'm hoping mom will be okay with that as long as we're
Able to
paying.
financially, because if anything, if for any reason you default, not pay your rent or mortgage or
Yeah.
whatever, they will come to me.
I
So
know.
unless I can, with whatever I'm paying for rent and
Yeah.
the bills I already have and food and
That-
gas for the car and all that kind of stuff.
Right. That's why.
know.
Well, see, I already figured this much, and that's why I think we're going to have to go into a HUD home.
Yes.
Is because our credit is so messed up, even though mine is on the rise. It would be better to go into a HUD
Yes.
home
Yes,
until
like
we
I
have
said.
the money to.
That's what I said. Yes. Yeah. Get into an apartment, HUD
Yeah.
home or whatever, and work on your finances. You know.
Well, that's what I want to do. But
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But anyhow,
I don't know how a HUD home works either, but Carla would be our go-to person for questions.
yeah.
She
Oh, yeah.
lives in an apartment. It's HUD, and she would know the ins and outs of what you can put on the walls or how things work.
Yeah. Sheila, I agree. Mom should not have to sign for anything for us. That's why I'm like, I really don't want her to sign for anything. In fact, Mom and I had a discussion a day or so ago where I basically said I'm not happy with the situation where basically the only two things I know of that Mom pays for me and Jerry is the mortgage of the house and
The phone,
yeah, and the phone.
besides the insurance, but
Yeah. So basically, the only thing Mom is really paying for is the house itself, and its insurance, and the phone, our T-Mobile stuff, because we're all using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact,
So
one of the things that I haven't put on my list yet, but I'm really thinking about going up to T-Mobile and seeing about separating myself from from your T-Mobile, take myself off your T-Mobile. Not that I won't pay it until you move out,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Well, that's the thing is my hopes is when we all go into our separate places, Jerry Ann and I can afford to pay everything. That
yes,
otherwise it's going to be like, okay, we're going to have to
yes.
cut this. We're going to have to cut this.
Well, yes. I
And
don't know if your electricity is paid for in HUD homes. I don't know.
well, a lot of rentals.
Or rentals themselves may not, very well not. I had to pay
Yeah.
my own electricity when I rented the house.
Oh, okay.
But you just have to research it, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
because yeah, some places might, especially apartments, they might.
Well, that's okay. I'm going to go back a little bit.
Okay.
Joni said, "Oh, great. Oh, great to have someone who can give you advice on HUD."
Yeah.
Okay, and then Susan M said you could maybe have another garage sale to.
Yeah.
We've thought about that.
I saw that, and it may happen.
Yeah. Nellie was talking about me getting another job, getting a job. I am looking into that right now, Nellie. I saw. Unfortunately, by the time I made my decision to apply for it, it was no longer available or no longer on Indeed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Sounded just right for him. It was
yeah.
a sit-down job.
Basically, it was a gate attendant at a lumber yard, and that could have been like Menards or Lowe's or any of those kind of places, or an actual lumber yard here in Rolla. But yeah, I've thought about another job. Let's see here. Shield Maiden says it's a lot for one person to cover with 3 adults in the house. Shield Maiden, I don't exactly know what you mean, but if you're talking about like the bills, which normally I do not talk about on my channel, or upkeep and things like that, yeah, it is a little difficult. Yes. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about that because that's one of the things on this is my channel, my live. Um, I'm going to reiterate this because sometimes people forget. I don't like talking about finances. I don't, that's an area that I just don't think you guys need to know. I usually don't talk about Jerry because that causes a lot of problems between not just me and Jerry, but you guys end up starting craziness. And I don't talk about politics because everybody has their own opinion about politics, and it's just, you know, just keep it to ourselves. Oh, let's see. Ouch. I don't want her to co-sign. I really don't. I want to be able to take care of my stuff without having to drain mom's coffers. Kick me, crazy dog. Let's see here.
I've lost. Carla was going to come over and bring some boxes, which I don't need right now, but she was going to bring some boxes. And she said she was in the ER all night with a friend.
Okay, okay.
And I said, we don't have to do it today.
Yeah. It's not a 911 situation for the boxes. Yes, Joan, House of Joan. I've heard that because of her health condition, she can get a free phone. I heard because of our. Well, I heard several things on like stuff that Jerry could get for her medical because of her medical assistance with rides to doctor's appointments, free phone, a few other things I heard. I don't remember all of them. Um, because when I lost my last job, we fell on hard times, and Mom took it upon herself to pay the phones because we all use the same basic
Yeah.
billing system.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing that she took over besides what she was already paying for because
Yeah.
it's her house, so she has to pay for the mortgage and all that stuff for the house.
Yeah. And it was always that way. I paid for the mortgage and the insurance,
Yeah,
and they paid for everything else
utilities.
until Jim stopped working, and
Yeah,
then
and that's why it's like I'm either trying to get a job or find a job that won't be too taxing on my body. But right, it's kind of funny. Let me read. Let me just go through these. Um, okay, if I don't answer any of your questions, I'm sorry. But
mhm.
it's kind of funny because when I went in, I got the procedure shot, whatever you want to call it, for my lower back. My shoulders didn't really start. My shoulders or neck did not start to bug me. What started bugging me was my knees and feet. And I mean, I'm like, oh my God, is this arthritis? Is
It could be
this
from
just
standing so
another
much.
problem because of all the years I've been on my feet for jobs? I think there was only one job that I had back in New York where I was sitting, and that job didn't go very well for me because it was at nighttime and I was falling asleep on the job, which isn't, which, no.
Big Mama just got here. Asked for a quick recap. A quick recap would be that we are moving into separate places. I'm looking for a retirement community, and Jim and Jerry are looking for an apartment or a house or someplace for them that they can afford. So it's just the beginning stages. Tomorrow I'm getting my car worked on, and then I'm going to start actually going out to different places to look at them.
Um, yes, Jerry will go live later. She didn't feel like doing a live this morning. She was a little under the weather. She's been having problems lately with her stomach, um, as well as other minor problems that just she's got like 4 or 5 minor problems that kind of became one big problem. Um, but yes, Jerry should be on later. Um, well, I'm hoping I'm reading some of you guys' comments. I'm hoping that when things start to settle down and we move into a place of our own and things start to de-stress, basically, um, she should settle down. She has her moments. Like right now, it's not even 12, so she's got a little bit more time before her usual nap time. But I can tell just by looking at her, she's ready to go to sleep. Um, Well, Big Mama, that's what we're hoping. We're hoping that when we all find a place for Mom finds a community for herself, we find whether it's a temporary rental or a HUD home until our finances start to we start to figure out our finances better. I don't know. I'm just hoping that we all can find places that we'll be happy in. Um, Hold on, I'm sorry.
A couple more of them were talking about me getting my own channel.
Right.
Yeah, I just might. Who knows? I have to learn. I have a lot to learn about how to do it.
It's not
But
that hard.
yeah, so I've been told. But yeah, one way or another, I probably
Right.
will. Either that or might beg Joni or somebody to put me on their license. Who knows? It's like I said, got to get there first. Right now, it's the getting there that, yeah, I have plans for after, like getting a cat. But it's the next couple months of the moving, finding places, moving that I'm get more
Yeah.
concerned with.
The Yep. She looks like she's passed out. The good thing is, at least in my mind, the good thing is, you know, Mom will have her own place. We'll be minutes or so away,
Yeah.
so I can go over there to help her out with whatever, you know, maybe a place to. Well, no, because I don't want to drag my problems to Mom's new place.
Well, you just need to get away every once in a
Yeah.
while, and if you don't have anything that you need to do, hey, Mom, are you busy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny because every time I talk about what Jared talking about, just living the RV life like so many other people do. Jerry's like, well, what about this, this, and this? I said, you know what? I'm not worried about that because I've got books I can read. I don't need to be connected to the internet 24/7.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'll be
there's a
kept.
lot of different things that I'm not worried about because I've got alternate ways of entertainment between books, board games, card games.
Yeah.
I think my biggest thing is the reason why I keep on thinking about the RV life is because that means we can only have X amount of things to carry with us, and the rest of it is just stuff. And my thing is like, I don't try to argue with Jerry about who's got the most amount of stuff. The argument for me is not about who's got the most. It's like we've got a whole cabinet. We got actually two whole cabinets filled with those tumblers, those
Big mugs.
big mugs,
That's right. Tall mugs. That's I don't know.
yeah, the sports bottle type things. And then she's got like a whole bunch of Ray Dunn, and the only reason why she wanted to get them is because they were Ray Dunn. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if she likes those so well, okay, fine. Get rid of all the rest of them
yeah,
and use those in your apartment. Just strictly those.
yeah. So I'm just like, Billy Boy, I have no idea what you're trying to say there. Nice visits with mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll have any problems with having nice visits with mom. Um, Sorry, I'm catching up on some comments. Yeah, Corey, it can be hard and stressful.
I think
Oh,
I have
for
to tell you,
me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mom.
I, when we were going to move to Salem, I just could not look forward to packing. I don't know why, but I just couldn't pack and move again. Now it's like, give me boxes. I'm ready to start packing.
Yeah. I will say though that I was kind of disappointed that that particular house that we looked at Salem did not have proper or adequate grounding wiring. And when the inspection guy said that the electrical system in that house could only take so many ampage, and I'm like, well, most of that ampage is going to go to like the
Computers.
refrigerator and the stove
Yeah, but computers
and the air conditioning. But then what about all the other electronics
yeah,
that we have?
TVs,
TVs,
computers.
computers,
Yeah.
digital assistants. I
Well,
was like, no,
that we don't need.
no, I
But
don't need it.
I don't need it. In fact, I don't even think she knows my voice.
Yeah, who knows? But
I tried to tell her to stop a timer the other day, and nothing.
well, that's the thing, pickleball. That's one of the reasons why, in the past, I was worried about being too far away to take care of mom. But if mom's in a senior community or senior facility of some
Yeah.
sort, they're either always
Yeah.
checking up on you
Yeah, I
or
think
there's
you could. I think you could be a little bit more secure that I'm okay,
yeah,
other than if I had my own house or
right,
whatever.
right,
Especially with stairs to fall down and going down to the basement to do the laundry.
yeah. But
I don't want to get too far ahead of you, but Nellie, I don't really think I'll need any help. I appreciate it. I really do. I do. The more the merrier
yeah,
if you were closer. But it's like Tetris for me. It's like, okay, what fits in this corner? Um, I use a lot of my linens to pad things. Uh, there are some things that I will not pack. I will want the movers to pack because they're breakable, and I don't want to, but at least we're only moving. I would only be moving across town instead of across country. But
right.
yeah, I have fun packing. I normally do.
I'm gonna do something real quick that might shock a few people. That house that we looked at in Salem with all the woodwork and whatnot.
Yeah.
When I looked at it, I was like, okay, the bedroom that's closest to the kitchen had a bathroom right around the corner, and I was like, mom could take over the downstairs bedroom,
But then Jerry'd be stuck upstairs.
and Jerry and I would be upstairs,
Yeah.
and we get a lift chair for Jerry. But then, as I thought about it, post and pre finding out about the electrical situation, I was like, I really no, because
There would still be stairs to go down to do the
yeah,
laundry.
stairs go downstairs for the laundry, and I just kind of like it was a beautiful house. It had lovely concepts, a
It,
bunch of built-ins,
it was.
and I mean, it would have been like the perfect house for
And then when he knelt down and looked in the fireplace, he says, "Don't you dare light a fire in here."
yeah,
So, yeah, it was all things considered.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a bummer we didn't get it, but thinking of all the money that we would have to put into it to make it safe,
Yeah.
I was like, no, no, no,
Oh.
no.
Especially since the guy wouldn't come down on the price.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was my biggest thing because I was like, look, this
he,
guy needs to come down on price because
yeah, he wanted the moon. And
he needs. Yeah, I was like, the guy needs to upgrade the electrical system. There's a lot of things on the exterior that needed to be fixed. And I was like, no, no, this guy's going to be pinching pennies and trying to get every cent he could out of it,
yeah,
even though it needs major updates.
yeah. And it was kind of funky that the walk out of the basement was in the garage.
Yeah, yeah, into
That
the
was kind
garage.
of weird.
Yeah, I think that garage situation was like a, I don't know, the roofing was connected to the garage, so
Yeah.
I don't know if it was an afterthought or what,
I
but
don't know, but
I am, I'm,
and again, it's one of those things. If you Jerry wanted to say the universe had something to do with it or what,
yeah,
I just think it was not meant to be. It sounded so good, but when you investigate, you know,
yeah. And a lot of the houses that we looked at online, that was within mom's budget, let's say. The only downside with most of those were there was like it was either a split or live-in basement or stuff like that.
yeah,
And um, every time I thought about those kind of houses, I was like, well, somebody would definitely have to climb a pair of stairs.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, I don't think I would have minded that, but there was no kitchenette down there. We
Right,
could have possibly put one in,
right, right.
but the dog prancing around over me. No
Yep.
offense, Jerry, but her walking around, over,
Hmm.
and even Jim,
Yeah,
walking around over me. I could I'm sure I could would still probably be hearing yelling back and forth, whether it's just "Hi, how are you," or "I'll be right there," or whatever. It's just not a good situation.
right, exactly. And that, and well, between our noise from above and mom's smoke from below,
Yeah,
it's like, no, we need to either be, have not a splanch.
the best thing we could have ever found would have been a mother-in-law
Yeah,
cottage. Um,
yeah,
number of years ago when Jim was here, we found a place here in Rolla that had a mother-in-law cottage, and I thought, oh, cool, this is great, but it needed a lot of work,
yes,
and everything considered it just didn't work out. In fact, he took it off the market. I don't know if he ever put it back on.
nah, I don't know. Well, there's a family living in it now, so
Pardon?
there's a family living in it
Oh,
now.
well, yeah, I guess he did.
Nellie, no, me and Dre have not gotten out to look at available apartments. Um, I'm actually thinking of going on Indeed, or not Indeed, excuse me, Trulia, and typing in,
Apartments, and yeah.
apartments in Rolla and seeing what they cost. Um, yeah. Well, that's the thing is some of the places that we looked at, some of the good places we looked at had like a good. I think the last one I looked at that would have been in budget had like an acre and a half worth of land, and we could have easily put a mother-in-law
If that's the
on
one
the
I'm
property.
thinking of, and I can't remember exactly where it was. The house was here, and then there was some trees, and then it was an area back here.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, I'm trying to describe something to you. That one, I saw that when I took a second look at that. I thought that place back here would be a great place
Yeah,
for
'cause
me,
you'd have,
but
you
we
know,
didn't jump on it soon enough.
yeah, we didn't.
It was by the time I really saw it, it was pending. I was like, oh well, so much for that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you're right, Beverly. Section 8 could help. Um, see, my thinking is this. I said this to Jerry, and she didn't quite, I don't know if she didn't get it or didn't want to do it. But see, the thing is there are so many benefits out there for a person that has cancer like Jerry, that could help us get into a place or something like that. My thing is I've said it before. I really don't care where I live, as long as I got a roof over my house that's not going to blow away. I got food ready for the table, and I've got clothes on my back. I could live in an RV. I could live in a tent. I could live in a camper. Because I don't need a lot of stuff. I mean, give me two sets of. I mean, if I was by myself, basically, give me two sets of dinnerware, couple pots, couple pan, pot or two, and
Yeah.
a pan or two,
Yeah.
you know, and a stove to cook it on.
Yeah.
My books will be my entertainment. You know, see if I can get a easy job, receptionist or something like that at Yellowstone. I thought about these things before I got married. I was like, yeah, if I had a pickup truck with a camper on top of it, I would summers in Yellowstone, winters in Grand Canyon or Big
Yeah.
Bend or
Yeah. I remember when we were
someplace
talking about
warmer,
that. It was, yeah.
and I'd be happy. You know,
Yeah.
spend a month or two every year with mom during the deep winter. You know, I got no problem doing stuff like that. I thought about it a long time ago.
Yeah.
But now that I'm married, I can't really follow all my dreams the way I want to because there's a second party. And I mean, I love Jerry to death. Oh, hush. It's probably just mama.
I think I heard her. Go check it out.
Go get her.
Go get her. Go check it out.
But I am I am doing my best to try to make things work so all parties involved can be happy, but sometimes it's very difficult to do that. And a lot of times somebody is not happy, whether it's mom, whether it's me, whether it's
Uh-huh.
Jerry, you know,
We're three different people, and we have three different attitudes, if you want to say that, or ways of looking at things.
lifestyles,
And that's what
thought
I
processes.
said, with them in their own place and me in my own place. He won't have me in one ear,
Yeah.
you know, and trying to decide himself which is the right ear to listen to, but basically, and gets a bit confused, I think.
Yeah. Um, I um I don't even know how long I've been doing this, but
I don't know what time we started.
well, that's what I'm hoping, Nellie. I'm hoping we have a lot of luck and
Yeah. Pray
things.
for us,
You know,
please.
so it's it. Mom, do you know a Southern Lady 45?
Not that I know of.
Okay, but the biggest thing right now is, I mean, yes, looking for new places is a big step. But what I'm working on right now is just trying to clean up my house.
See, you'll have less of a house to take care of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I What are you doing? What? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that right
Oh, yeah. Um, oh, yeah. Somebody, I forget who it was
now.
now.
I don't have a time frame for Jerry's life, but she will give you plenty of warning when she puts out her announcement.
Shill Maiden Oreo is a different dog out here.
Yeah.
Um, we don't put up with a lot of stuff. She knows she has to behave. There was one up here that,
I don't know.
oh, I don't know. There have been comments that go by that I haven't
Yeah,
got.
yeah. I will tell you something about Oreo. She's a very good dog. I mean, yeah, she wants to be playful and she doesn't realize how strong she is, so it
Yeah.
feels rough. to me and Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, me
So
too.
trying to get her to understand to be soft or gentle. It's working. It does work, but sometimes she just gets so rambunctious.
Yeah. She gets excited. You know,
Yeah, but she's a good dog.
y- yeah. Betty, that's the thing is you almost need to know where you're going. Because I'm hoping to find a two-bedroom apartment, one for me, one for my computer, and um, it just depends on prices and availability, I guess. But uh, once you know where you're moving to, you know how
Right.
much space you have.
Right. He
Great.
is heavy.
Yeah, she's a little bit heavy too.
Um, I don't know about nervous. I think she senses all the things that are going on in the house and
Yeah,
just does not know how to
react.
react.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I hate to say this because it sounds bad, but to me it doesn't. Last night, Jerry, I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know exactly what woke me up, but I know that it was part of my body telling me to get up and do something. The And then I went back into the bedroom to lay down, and my wife lately, because of sinus issues and one thing or another, was snoring. Now I know I do my fair share of snoring, but I don't know if I wake anybody up. So I couldn't get back to sleep, and I didn't want to like disturb Jerry. Like I didn't want to be like, "Hey, wake up,"
yeah.
because last time I did that, she either bitched and moaned or just kind of went and rolled over and started snoring more.
Yep.
So I came out here and I slept on the couch for a couple hours. And when I woke up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it was still dark. I said, "Let me see if I can go and lay down in the bedroom and get some better sleep because this couch is not exactly comfortable for long term sleeping." Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'll get you some nectar in a second.
Yeah.
Little hummingbird keeps on coming back no matter what. He keeps
Well,
on coming back. But I went back to the bedroom and Jerry wasn't snoring as hardcore. She was a little bit softer. And I'm not one to be like, wake up the next morning and start bitching and moaning about it. Because when I went back in there, she goes, "Well, they're snoring." And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I'm like, I, it's not that I don't mind. It's just like, she's a nose breather. I'm a mouth breather. So it's two different types of snoring. And I woke myself up on my own with my own snoring. I know we both need sleep apnea test, but our insurance is a little like they have to have more information than the doctor gives sometimes.
I don't know if you've got the same insurance as Carla, but it took her forever.
Yeah. Well, I think the next time we have an issue, I'm gonna call my insurance and say, "Hey, look, the only reason why I'm doing a sleep apnea test is because my doctor was worried about it because I'm a mouth breather and I can choke to death in the middle of the night on my own dang tongue." Of course, I had to add some embellishments because I like doing that sometimes to get my point across, especially with the government because sometimes the government just doesn't like compute. But I
I sorry, can't tell you how many nights sat at a table or on the floor, depending on where we were, and played solitaire because I couldn't sleep. I used to travel with a deck of cards. Sorry, I just had to throw that in.
Yeah. No, no, that's right.
Yeah, but you need to follow up on it.
Yeah.
Um,
My well, my one doctor who asked for the sleep test, I I, I really have. I think I want a different doctor because she was in St. Louis and we had a teleconference, and if that's, I mean, if that is the thing that caused the insurance to go, well, he never really saw her, or she never really saw him. They just and made a decision. Um, I yeah, I
so what is your new doctor? Is that for your back or?
no,
What
that's
is?
going to be our new primary
Okay,
because
yeah, may need to make a list
I
of things to talk to.
yeah, I know. My problem with my current primary is I feel that I'm not getting adequate medical advice or anything like that. He just comes in, he talks to you, and then either writes out a script for a prescription or, "Well, yeah, well, okay, we'll see each other in 2 months."
Oh, I get this. Oh, I'll do a referral for that. And I finally got the one for the psych test or whatever you want to call it for the dementia
Yeah,
in March.
yeah. And well, Jerry Ann's primary, which I started seeing, and I only saw it once or twice, was a whole lot better than mine. So when Jerry found out her primary was leaving to go to someplace else, Jerry jumped on to our medical insurance, found a new primary with Mercy. I need to get onto our medical insurance to see if I can find a local dentist, because one of the concerns that I can't remember which doctor it was, but one of the concerns of one of my doctors that I saw is because my problem is I have poor enamel, but I've got strong roots. So my teeth are broken, but my roots are still intact. And the big concern is literally could the broken teeth be causing
Yes.
some of
Oh,
my medical issues?
wouldn't doubt that at all.
Because I can't remember who said it, but I think it was one of the doctors who said it, that my teeth, because of the
You got poison going through your body.
right, because of the poison leaching into my blood
Yeah.
system, could be causing a lot of different issues.
Oh, yes.
So I need, there's so many things
But it's time you started doing them, Jim.
that I need to do.
Yeah.
And it's like I've been putting my teeth off for years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm now diabetic. I need to really start looking into things that I'm causing my own downfall, basically medically. So I gotta get that. I gotta get my teeth fixed. I gotta. There's so many things I gotta do. But I, I guess part of my problem is that age old. If it ain't causing you pain, it ain't causing you problems. You can still function. Don't worry about it. But as we learn more about our bodies medically, the more we realize, okay, no, you got to take care of that, even though it's not bugging you because of the potential
Well, I'm sorry.
harms and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't mean to keep interrupting you. I'm terrible. I'm terrible with that. Heart attacks are a silent killer.
Yeah,
You never know what's going on with your heart because of your teeth.
Right, exactly. Tammy, you're probably right that, I need to, I mean, I've already got my primary, I've got my pain management people. I'm supposed to be seeing a cardiologist. Um, so medically, yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm already doing. It's just, don't lick my pants. What are you licking off my pants? Um, but there's, yeah, there's a few things that I need to deal with. Right, Angie, I've heard that a lot, about the putting on your mask thing. But I need to get off this. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Hour and a half. That's not bad. But hi Debbie. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier.
Mm.
Marguerite was on here. I don't know if she's still
Yeah,
if
I
she's still
haven't seen
on.
her for a bit, Margarita.
Yeah. Well, she's got one baby, and I think she's got another one on the way.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know.
yeah.
Oh, she said, I'm here.
Oh, there she. Yeah. Jim Michael was. I'll be totally honest with you, Amy. Every time I sit down to try to make a list of things that I need to do, as soon as I get that pad of paper and pen in front of me, I'm just like
Yeah,
writer's block.
yeah.
You know.
Um, well, you can record it,
Yeah.
or I can sit down and make a list because,
Hey, oh, you chewing on your nails? I'm
yeah,
trying to follow your own. All I heard was like
oh,
biting, crunching noises and popping noises. I'm like, what is she doing? Um. Anyhow,
oh, Debbie, I'm sorry about your dad.
oh man.
She's got bad news about her dad yesterday morning.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off because I need to start doing stuff. I need to go check on my wife to see how she's feeling. Make breakfast, brunch, whatever.
Brunch?
Brunch at this time. Um, and I got work to do outside. It is it's a beautiful day outside. I'm about ready to open
Absolutely
up
is
windows
out
and
here.
all that stuff.
Joey said she's good.
Okay, I heard her.
Yeah.
But I got to get started with food and airing out the house, and
Yeah, it's probably a good temperature. Fill a
yeah,
bird feeder. Yeah.
it's probably around 74 or something like that.
Yeah.
I forgot what the high is supposed to be today. So
It's only going to be in the 70s.
yeah, I know it's only going to be in the 70s, and tomorrow's supposed to be 81 as a high, and
Ugh.
well, 81 is not
Yeah,
that bad if it's
it's
not
68 now.
humid.
68 and sunny. Time to open windows.
Yeah. So yeah, I will bid you guys a good evening,
Toodles,
and
Nelly.
hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you for all the good wishes, everybody.
Yes, thank you for those good wishes. So we will see you guys. Well, yeah, we might see each other
Yeah.
again later.
Yeah.
So you guys have a good night. Enjoy, or good day. Enjoy.
Bye.